Good afternoon. My name is Travis Snider. I'm here today to encourage you to protect your freedom of choice in the foods that your children eat. You know, there once was a time when toys such as these were considered harmless. However, with the onset of childhood obesity, these kind of toys are being removed rapidly from meals that your children may eat. Now, I've personally raised 3 children, each of them healthy and athletic. One is a varsity volleyball player. 2 others are select soccer players. All of them have enjoyed a Happy Meal here and there. Childhood obesity may be on the rise. However, we cannot lash out at the fast food industry for this crisis. We need to look to parents to be responsible in the dietary needs of their children. Today, I'm going to give you some information about the current or a recent political movement to remove toys such as these from Happy Meals, or any other meal for that matter. And I'm also going to talk to you about the true cause of obesity, and we're going to talk a little bit about why parents or how parents should be responsible. Many of you may not realize that your rights are at stake here. That's why we must first start with a recent political movement. In 2010, the Los Angeles Times reported that Santa Clara County officials removed toys such as these from meals that did not meet certain strict dietary requirements. Now, this is important because according to a California Restaurant Association poll, 80% of the Santa Clara County populace was against this action. In other words, the toys were taken from their children without their say in the matter. Now, this may be necessary if the restaurant industry truly is the cause of childhood obesity. However, according to the Centers for Disease Control, they talk about something called a caloric balance equation. What they say is obesity is a result of an energy imbalance. In other words, you take in too many calories and you don't get enough physical activity. And I'm here to tell you, a Happy Meal is not the direct cause of obesity. Not here and there. However, if you feed your children a Happy Meal and then stuff them with junk food and encourage subpar activity levels, of course they're going to be obese. And that's why we need to talk about parental involvement, or parentals being effective role models. Dr. McCarthy, a primary care physician at Children's Medical Center Boston, actually states something to that effect. She says the real issue is one of personal responsibility. Toys don't drive kids to the restaurant, nor do they pay for their meals. Parents do. An International Journal of Obesity study talks to this or speaks to this matter. As a matter of fact, when they studied obese women and their daughters, they found that 41% of the daughters were obese. When they studied women of normal weight and their daughters, they found that only 4% of their daughters were overweight. Parental eating behavior was cited as the #1 causational factor here. Again, the rise in childhood obesity, it's not a license to lash out at the restaurant industry. We need to be cautious of this because our freedom is at stake. Our freedom to choose the foods that our children eat. We need to tell politicians there's more to obesity than a Happy Meal. We need to encourage parents to take responsibility for their children's diets. Today, we've talked about a recent political movement to remove these kind of toys from the meals that children eat. We've also talked about the true cause of obesity. And we've covered the parents' need to be effective role models for their children. I'd like to leave you with a little bit of faulty logic. You see, if I don't provide a safe environment for my child, well, I'm guilty of neglect. However, if I stuff my child with junk food, fill them full of candy and sweets and sugars and fats, give them a Happy Meal, more than one, set them in front of the TV, let them do that all day, well, I can blame the restaurants for their obesity. This is a real problem. And I need each of you to engage your friends and your family and be engaged in the politics so that we can fix this. At this point, this concludes my speech. Are there any questions? Thank you.